Okay, hello. The next on our table is rules of argument. Very interesting. The argument of z1 z2 is equal to the argument of z1 plus the argument of z2 is a rule. Probably later on I'll show you guys why. You know, it's quite a very long method. Then secondly, the argument of z1 over z2 is equal to argument of z1 minus argument of z2. Then thirdly, argument of z raised to power n is equal to n argument of z. Okay, let's look at this quickly. Now, we are asked to evaluate this. Now, this is where, the conventional method is to open the bracket and all that, but that's going to it's going to take us a very long time to get to the answer, but the principle of argument makes the job easier. First of all, we can call here z1, and we can call here z2, So the argument of z1, let me put it this way. If you notice, the angle for z1 is pi over 4, okay? Then the argument of z2 is what? Is 3 pi over 4. And if you notice, what is z1 doing to z2? They are multiplying. So that means I would find the argument of z1, z2. That's what I need to find. Argument of z1, z2 become multiplication, which is equal to argument of z1 plus argument of z2. So meaning that when you are multiplying two complex numbers, the answers will be to add the argument. So what is argument of z1 plus argument of z2? It's the same thing as saying pi over 4 plus 3 pi over 4, which when we find the LCM 4, you're going to get pi plus 3 pi, okay, which is equal to 4 pi over 4. And 4 pi over 4 is equal to pi, okay? So we get pi. So what that means is, so remember, that's pi, that's the new argument. So what that means is that the whole of this now is equal to cos pi plus I sine pi. That's the answer. And you don't want to know my solution. If we choose to open up the bracket, it's quite going to be stressful, and especially if you don't know your rules on trigonometry, that might not, you might not find that funny. You may not understand that. So we'll do that later. Okay, but this is the answer. When you're given this times this is the answer. Just add the arguments and you get the answer. Okay, now we see another question here. The same thing. What are they doing to each other? They are multiplying each other. So that means I will get the argument of z1, z2. We say argument of z1, z2 is equal to argument of z1 plus argument of z2. Okay, so argument of z1 is pi over 12. Argument of z2 is pi over 3. That's the angle here is pi over 12. The angle here is pi over 3. If we find the LCM, which is 12, we'll get pi plus 4 pi. So altogether will give us 5 pi over 12. What that means is that if I multiply these two, I'm going to get cos 5 pi over 12 plus I sine 5 pi over 12. Very sweet rule. Very sweet rule. So it takes care of the idea of opening up the brackets and all that. Okay, so let's see another one. In this case here is division. So what will you do? Subtract the arguments. Very simple. What is the argument of z1 here? We can call that 3 pi over 2. The argument of z2 here is pi over 4. Okay, so if I want to find the argument of z1 over z2, okay, remember we are calling this z1 and we are calling this z2, okay. Argument of z1 over z2 will be argument of z1 minus argument of z2. So that means it's going to be equal to 3 pi over 2 minus pi over 4, okay. Now if we find the LCM there, that is going to give us 5 pi over 4. So everything here is going to be equal to 5 pi over 4. So that means the answer to this question is very simple. The answer is cos 5 pi over 4 plus I sine 5 pi over 4. Wow, this is awesome. Maths is beautiful. Maths is interesting. Okay, so let's see another one. In this case, it's power, we are still going to look at powers of a complex number according to the Morris theorem. So what is it? This is z1. So my argument of z, first of all, is equal to pi over 4. So, but remember there's a rule that argument of z raised to power n is equal to n argument of z. Okay, so that means n times argument of z is pi over 4. Okay, so your n here is 4, that's the power, and that's 4 times pi over 4, and that's giving us pi. So meaning that the whole of this nonsense now is equal to cos pi plus I sine pi. Life is beautiful. Life is beautiful. This is awesome. Okay, so do this now for me quickly and get back to me. I want to see the first 5 persons that will be getting this correctly. Sorry, no tip for today. Okay, so I will be waiting.